Hey there, folks. So, got another box break for you. So, I've done the Skybox 1990 Series 1 and 2. I have a few more of those I'll do in the near future. But one of the other ones that was near and dear to my heart was the NBA Hoops 1990-91 season. In fact, I believe this is the first I got into hoops first before I got into the Skybox. I was really enjoying doing the Skybox as a kid, and then someone introduced me to. Let me start over because I was really enjoying doing the hoops first, and then somebody introduced me to Skybox, and so I started doing both for a while there, and then about a year or so later, I moved into Upper Deck, and I have a couple of boxes of those. I'll do one of those in the near future. But yeah, I really enjoyed these. I had a lot of fun of them. So probably what I'll look for here, we have obviously the Michael Jordans. We have, I think, a Sean Kemp rookie card, maybe even Gary Payton rookie card. The year before had the David Robinson rookie card, so we definitely won't look for that. I might be able to get a hold of a 1989 Hoops pretty soon. We'll see how that works out. But there's also another one that's pretty kind of funny. It's a Mark Jackson, and I remember getting a lot of those as a kid. They were quite common, but I guess it's gotten quite popular over the years because come to find out in the background is in the front row is the Menendez brothers, who are quite infamous these days. So those have attained, I guess, a little bit of a value there. So we'll look out for those as well. But I remember having a ton of those as a kid. So we'll go ahead and get started. But first, if you like what you see, you can always hit that like button. And if you would like to subscribe, by all means, feel free to subscribe. Like I said, I have quite a few boxes here of all the different sports. Oh man, this thing was quite quite dusty. But I have something from all the different sports and a lot of different seasons, mostly 90, 91, 92, 93, as they're relatively inexpensive, except for basketball. Unfortunately, basketball goes from cheap, anywhere from $40 to $50 when I'm around these years, 90, 91, 92. But then as the years go on, they get quite more expensive, almost into the hundreds of dollars, just for a single pack. And I just don't. Well, one, can't afford it, but two, I just don't see the need to spend thousands of dollars on 10 packs with 5 cards each in it. So, and granted, some of those cards are worth quite a bit. And I am a fan of some of the mid to late '90s, especially with Kobe Bryant and what have you, and some of the later guys. But unfortunately, this realm is kind of what I'll be dealing with. But we have 36 packs here, 15 cards per pack, so we have a lot to do, and I'll try my best not to do it, not to take too long, maybe 30, 45 minutes. At most, maybe an hour, but we'll try here. And I apologize if I shake the camera. The camera is right here, attached to my desk here, and so if my desk is kind of loose, I'm gonna try and tighten it up sometime this week. So every time I kind of bump the desk, the camera kind of shakes. I'll try and figure something out in the near future. All right, let's get started. So we have Pooh Richardson. Oh yes, we have a Tim Hardaway rookie card. I'll keep that over here. Kelly Chipka. Kevin Gamble, John Battle, Akeem Olajuwon, All-Star card, Bobby Hansen, Benoit Benjamin, Olden Polynice, Purvis Ellison, Scott Hastings, James Worthy, All-Star card. He's one of my favorite of all time. Frank Pikowski, Mike Schuler, and AC Green. AC Green, I really enjoyed watching him play for the LA Lakers back in the day. He was a stand-up guy. Stand-up guy. Never really, I mean, you never heard anything bad about him. He didn't get into any trouble. Alright, then we have Ricky Pierce with a 6-man award. Sherman Douglas. Ronnie Seekley. Joe Klein. Sidney Green. And then we have our first checklist. Jerry Sloan. Jim Lynam. Quentin Daly. Bill Cartwright. Mitchell Wiggins. John Stockton All-Star Card. Willie Anderson. Tellis Frank. And Christian Welp. That's an interesting last name. Now, I remember in the 1989 packs, you could literally see right through the packaging. You could tell it was the first one, so you could tell if it was a David Robinson or Michael Jordan. All right, Brian Shaw, Larry Nance, Sean Elliott rookie card, Joe Klein, Bob Weiss, Lafayette Lever, sorry. Thurl Bailey, Liddell Eccles, Sedale Threet, John Paxson, Buck Johnson, Joe Dumars All-Star Card, Johnny Moore, Derek Chivas, and Sarunas Marcellonis rookie card. I wonder what happened to Sarunas. He was semi-popular in the 90s and kind of just fell off there. Alright, let's see, we have, come on. Straighten this out right over here. We have Joe Dumars of the Bad Boys, Mark Eaton, Patrick Ewing, Derek Harper, Kevin Willis, another checklist, Mark Jackson. Look at that. We have the Mark Jackson. And right here in the corner, who do we have? We have the Menendez brothers. And looks pretty good. Doesn't look off center or anything. So that's our first, I guess, big card of the break. John Williams, Kiki Vanderway, Jeff Malone, Craig Hodges, Kevin Johnson All-Star Card, Chris Ford, Danny Ferry rookie card, and Scott Roth. So, yeah, so who knew? Such a whoever took the photo, you know, obviously he didn't know what he was doing. And I believe this photo was taken after the brothers had done their nefarious deed. Alright, Dennis Rodman, Defensive Player of the Year. John Stockton, Hershey Hawkins, Dennis Johnson, Scott Skiles, Chris Mullen, All-Star Card, Rick Smits, Winston Garland, Paul Mokeski, Byron Dinkins, Horace Grants, Irvin Johnson, Magic Johnson, All-Star Card. That's pretty cool. Reggie Williams, Jeff Martin, and Orlando Woolridge. Good old Orlando with the Lakers. He drove me crazy because I think he averaged like 0.5 assists per game because when the ball hit his hands, he pretty much shot it every single time. It never left his hands. I'm trying to keep my hands up so I don't bump the desk too much. Isaiah Thomas, Rick Mahorn, Glenn Rice rookie card, LaSalle Thompson, Tom Hammonds. We have Pat Riley and Chuck Daly. Brad Davis, another Fat Lever. So one of them, didn't it say Lafayette Lever? And this one says Fat Lever. Interesting. John Williams, Mike Woodson, Johnny Dawkins, Reggie Miller, Blob, and Gary Grant, and Ron Rothstein. I'm going to have to go back through the stack here and look for the other Lafayette Lever, because I didn't realize they, I believe it's the same person. So on one card they printed off one name, and on another card they printed off the other name. So that's interesting. All right, we have John Sally, Terry Cummings, Robert Parrish, Dana Barris rookie card, Patrick Ewing All-Star, Sidney Lowe, Dave Hoppin, Dan Chase, Craig Elo, Otis Thorpe, Phil Jackson, Charles Barkley All-Star card, David Wingate, Kevin Edwards, and Mike Smrek. Phil Jackson. Oh, look at this. We have a Larry Bird. Bird is the word. Wayman Tisdale, Kevin McHale, Del Curry, Tony Campbell, Randolph Keys, Antoine Carr, Larry Smith, Darrell Walker, an Isaiah Thomas All-Star card, Derek Smith, Winston Bennett, and the Tom Tolbert. Probably the best card out of there was Mr. Bird. Set him off to the side there. Alright. Alvin Robertson, James Worthy, Rolando Blackman, Rodney McRae, a Dennis Rodman All-Star card, Randy Brewer, Mark Aguirre, John Bagley, Lenny Wilkins, Vinny Del Negro, Ron Anderson, and we have a Scottie Pippen All-Star card, Tom Merrick, John Morton, and John Sundvold. So we've gone through our first stack here. So far the best cards have been Larry Bird and Tim Hardaway rookie card, Mark Jackson card, but no Jordans as of yet. No Jordan main card and no Jordan All-Star card. And no Sean Kemp. Alright, Xavier McDaniel, Charles Barkley, I'll leave him on the top, Robert Parrish, Greg Anderson, Otis Smith, one upside down one, Kurt Rambis, Mike Brown, Ken Norman, Steve Kerr, Larry Smith, Darrell Walker, another Charles Barkley All-Star card, I'll put him on the top as well, David Wingate, Gary Grant, and Christian Welp. Again, we have two Christian Welps. I'm going to put the Charles Barkley over here with the Larry Bird card. And this was kind of before we started getting inserts, so no special cards here. Alright, Xavier McDaniel, Karl Malone, Buck Williams, Randy Whitman, checklist, Terry Teagle, James Edwards, Ken Norman, Chucky Brown, rookie card. Looks like he's about to look like he got inspired by Michael Jackson getting ready to do some dancing. Greg Kite, Rory Sparrow, Kevin McHale All-Star card, Tom Leidy, Larry Brown, and Billy Thompson. Looks like he was about to start doing Billie Jean or something on that card there. Problem with these kind of, oh my goodness, the biggest problem with these kind of packs, sorry, is sometimes the seal can be a bit much. Alright, Scottie Pippen, another Charles Barkley, Mark Bryant, Bill Wennington, Greg Grant, Manute Bol, Mark Akers, Joe Barry Carroll, Maurice Cheeks, Jerome Lane, Greg Dreeling, Robert Parrish All-Star, Jack Haley, Vernon Maxwell, and Grant Long. Jack Haley and one of his many teams he played for. I think someone should make a collection of all the teams, all the cards with all the teams Jack Haley's been on. Oh my goodness. We have a very poorly cut Charles Smith card. We have the top half cut off, and we have the bottom half of the next card here at the bottom. Oh wow. So somebody out there has a card that it just looks just as bad, so there's probably a series of very bad cards. All right, we have a David Robinson, Rookie of the Year card. Pat Riley, Jack Sikma, Terry Catledge, Bill Musselman, Nick Anderson, rookie card. Blair Rasmussen, Trent Tucker, Dennis Hobson, Detlef Schrempf, and AC Green All-Star card. Roy Henson, and Stu Jackson, and Todd Murphy. We'll put the David Robinson card off to the side here. Man, that card is pretty bad. Alright, we have Akeem Olajuwon, Sam Bowie, Byron Scott, Fred Roberts, Sam Vincent. Oh yes, this was another card I forgot to mention. Sam Vincent, where he's doing a layup over Michael Jordan, where Michael Jordan's wearing the famous number 12 jersey, where I guess his jersey got lost. So that one's been quite popular as well. So we have that card. That card's looking pretty nice. Tyrone Corbin, Jeff Grayer, Ralph Sampson, Charles Davis, Danny Ainge, Mike Sanders, Larry Bird All-Star card, Derek Gervin, Danny Young, and Brad Sellers. Put the Hakeem Olajuwon over here. Thank goodness that Sam Vincent card wasn't as badly cut as that Charles Smith. Man, that was... Oh, here we go. First card. We have Michael Jordan. Look at that. We'll put it right next to the Sam Vincent. So we have our first Jordan in the first half of cards. So pretty cool. And then right after that, Magic Johnson. So we'll put that here as well. All right. We have a Chuck Person, Larry Krystkowiak, Otis Smith, Jerry Reynolds, William Bedford, Reggie Lewis, put him on the top here. Will Perdue, Dick Motta, Delaney Rudd, Eric Floyd, Purvis Short, Bob Thornton, and Michael Ansley. We'll put the Reggie Lewis here off to the side. We're almost at the halfway mark here, folks, and then I'm going to take a little bit of a drink because getting kind of thirsty. These chips are making me thirsty. All right. Glenn Rivers, Vlade Divac, Tom Chambers, Roy Tarpley, Mark West, Rod Higgins, Chuck Daly, David Rivers, Wes Unseld, Walter Davis, Don Nelson, David Robinson All-Star card, Bill Hanslick, Gerald Wilkins, and Cliff Livingston. Two more cards left to go on this first half. Not a bad little pull. Alright. BJ Armstrong. Muggsy Bogues. Adrian Dantley. Tim Perry. Jim Peterson. Dave Corzine. Rod Strickland. Steve Johnson. Bill Fitch. Dick Versace. Rolando Blackman All-Star card. Lester Connor. Mel Turpin. And Gerald Henderson. So we'll put the Muggsy Bogues and the Chris Mullin here off to the side. Maybe I should have put the Larry Bird here with the rest. Wasn't thinking about it. This kind of reminds me of that show, Showtime, that's on HBO Max. Man, that show is quite awesome. Alright, Danny Manning, Alex English, Terry Porter, Greg Anderson, Matt Gokus, Eddie Johnson, Bill Laimbeer, Wayne Cooper, Dale Ellis, Randy Allen, Ricky Green, Karl Malone All-Star card, Mookie Blaylock, Caldwell Jones, and Eddie Lee Wilkins. Eddie Lee looking like he's about to run down and hurt somebody. We're at the halfway mark. I'm going to take a quick swig. As one young guy said, that was some fine H2O for fans of the of the Water Boy. Alright, we're in the second half. First card we see, Bernard King, Charles Oakley, Clyde Drexler, Jay Humphries, Raji Theus, did I say Raji? Reggie Theus, Kurt Rambis, Bill Lane Beer, Jay Vincent, Michael Cage, Armin Gilliam, Vern Fleming, Michael Jordan All-Star card. Alright. Did I say alright again? Alright. Alrighty then. Doug Lowe, Stuart Gray, and Mark McNamara. I remember from Mark McNamara watching a news report of him being a big fan of beach volleyball. Not sure why that popped in my head. Alright, Stacey King, Mark Price, Reggie Miller, Frank Cornett, Dan Marley, Michael Cooper, Del Harris, Scott Brooks, Paul Pressey, Sean Kemp, rookie card. Awesome. Blue Edwards, Tom Chambers, Chris Morris, Joe Wolf, and Michael Thompson. And once again, I have to mention the Tom Chambers 3-point dunk. For those of you that have ever played Lakers versus Celtics on the Sega Genesis. Alright. Dominique Wilkins, Brad Daugherty, Kevin Johnson, Herb Williams, Kenny Smith, Kevin Duckworth, Kenny Walker, Mark Alari, Casey Jones, Derek McKee, Rex Chapman, Clyde Drexler All-Star card, Pickney, John Long, and Drazen Petrovic. You know, I'm not going to put that one down, but I will keep it off to the side. It's so sad what happened to him in the 90s. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan, but I respected his game, and I remember him being in the finals in the '92 Olympics for Croatia against the United States, and he was an excellent player. Rest in peace. All right, Spud Webb, Michael Adams, J.R. Reed, James Donaldson, Drum Kersey, Mike Brown, Harvey Grant, Nate McMillan, Vinnie Johnson, Kenny Gaddison, James Worthy, All-Star card, Steve Alford, Sam Mitchell, and Rick Adelman. Yeah, I remember in the '92 Olympics in Barcelona, NBC had this Olympic triple cast, and I remember spending many of hours watching the Olympics that year. All right, Alexander Volkov, Mitch Richmond, Cliff Robinson, Jim Paxson, John Koncak, Kenny Battle, Daryl Griffith, Charles Jones, not this, that was Charles Smith, Brad Lohaus, Richard Anderson, Gene Littles, John Stockton All-Star card, Frank Bukowski, Ron Harper, and Larry Drew. I think these packs went for like $1 a piece back in the day, if I remember correctly. Oh, Pooh Richardson, Mitch Richmond, Kelly Tripucka, Sam Perkins, John Battle, Akeem Olajuwon All-Star card, Eric Lechner, Benoit Benjamin, Brad Lohaus, Purvis Ellison, Scott Hastings, Joe Dumars All-Star card, Willie Anderson, Mike Schuler, and AC Green. I think that's the first deck where we've gotten, first pack where we've gotten 2 All-Star cards in the same pack. I think every single one of those was complete doubles. Alright. Ricky Pierce, another Tim Hardaway rookie card. I'll put that right here. Ronnie Seekley, Kevin Gamble, Sidney Green, Bobby Hansen, Jim Lynam, Olden Polynice, Bill Cartwright, Mitchell Wiggins, Kevin Johnson All-Star card, Johnny Moore, Tellus Frank, and Christian Welp. I think we've gotten 3 Christian Welps in this box here. So at this rate, we might run into a couple of these doubles that we ran into before. Maybe, if we're lucky, we'll run into another Jordan or two before we get out of here. All right, Brian Shaw, Sherman Douglas, Sean Elliott, Joe Klein, Bob Weiss. Okay, Lafayette Fever All-Star card, so it might be Fat Lever on his regular card. Jerry Sloan, Liddell Eccles, Quentin Daly, John Paxson, Buck Johnson, Irvin Magic Johnson All-Star card. I'll put that right here. Chris Ford, Derek Chivas, and Sharunas Marshallonis. I think I got that card earlier. I just didn't. Alright. Joe Dumars, Larry Nance, Patrick Ewing, Joe Klein, Kevin Willis, Thurl Bailey, John Williams, Sedale Threet, Jeff Malone, Craig Hodges, Reggie Miller All-Star card, Reggie Williams, Danny Ferry, and Scott Roth. So we're definitely starting to repeat packs here. So at that rate, we have, looks like 9 more packs, so we should at least get a couple of these again. So that's not bad. Out of a box, should get at least a couple of Jordans, maybe a couple of Mark Jacksons. Alright, Dennis Rodman, Mark Eaton, Hershey Hawkins, Derek Harper, Scott Skiles, Chris Mullen, Mark Jackson again, Mike Jaminski, Kiki Vanderway, Paul Mokeski, Byron Dinkins, Horace Grant, Charles Barkley, Blob, Jeff Martin, and Orlando Woolridge. So we're definitely seeing double. Alright, Isaiah Thomas, John Stockton, Glenn Rice, Dennis Johnson, Tom Hammonds, and then we have the All-Star coaches again. Rick Smits, no, Fat Lever, yeah, Fat Lever, Sean Williams, Mike Woodson, Johnny Dawkins, Isaiah Thomas, All-Star card within the same pack as his own card. David Wingate, Gary Grant, and John Rothstein. So I think that happened in the last pack. I just didn't realize it. That Isaiah Thomas's card and All-Star card were in the same pack. That's pretty cool. At least it's not two of the same card back to back. I think I got that in one of the football packs I opened up. John Sally, Rick Mahorn, Robert Parrish, LaSalle Thompson, Patrick Ewing All-Star card, Sidney Lowe, Brad Davis, Dan Shays, Craig Elo, Otis Thorpe, Phil Jackson, Scottie Pippen, Derek Smith, Kevin Edwards, and Mike Smrek. I think we're down to, let's see, I think we're down to 6 packs here. Alright, Larry Bird. I'll put that right. I'll grab the other one later and put it there too. Terry Cummings, Kevin McHale, Dana Barros, Tony Campbell, Randolph Keys, Antoine Carr, Steve Kerr, Lenny Wilkins, Larry Smith, Darrell Walker, Kevin McHale, All-Star card. So we had both his and his regular card in here. Tom Garrick, Winston Bennett, and Tom Tolbert. So that's twice we've had players and their All-Star card in the same pack. Alright, Alvin Robinson, Wayne Tisdale, Rolando Blackman, Del Curry, Dennis Rodman All-Star card, Randy Brewer, Mark Aguirre, John Bagley, Chucky Brown, Vinny Del Negro, Ron Anderson, Robert Parrish All-Star card, Todd Lichty, John Morton, and John Sunvold. So if my memory serves me correctly, we should hit maybe a Sam Vincent card in the next pack. Let's see if I'm... If not this pack, within the next 2 packs. Alright, Xavier McDaniel, James Worthy, Buck Williams, Rodney McRae, Terry Teagle, James Edwards, Ken Norman, Maurice Cheeks, Greg Kite, Rory Sparrow, AC Green, All-Star card, Jack Haley, Larry Brown, and Billy Thompson. So I was incorrect, which is not the first time and won't be the last. So we have 2 packs. Let's see if the Sam Vincent is in this pack. Scottie Pippen, Karl Malone, Mark Bryant, Harold Pressey, Greg Grant, Manute Bol, Mark Akers, Joe Barry Carroll, Trent Tucker, Jerome Lane, Greg Dreeling, Dominique Wilkins All-Star card, Roy Henson, Vernon Maxwell, and Grant Long. So he was not in the next 2 packs. So not only was I wrong, I was doubly wrong. So let's see if he shows up here. All right, Charles Smith. That's not incredibly badly cut. Charles Barkley, Pat Riley, Bill Whittington, Terry Catledge, Bill Musselman, Nick Anderson, Blair Rasmussen, Charles Davis, Dennis Hobson, Detlef Schrempf, Don Chaney, Derek Gervin, Stu Jackson, and Todd Murphy. So no, I was not only wrong, I was way wrong, which is okay. Put the Charles Barkley here off to the side. So in this box, we've got only 1 regular Michael Jordan, 1 All-Star Michael Jordan. We did get a Sam Vincent. And we got 2 Mark Jacksons, a couple of Magic Johnsons, maybe another one, and only 1 Sean Kemp rookie card. But and then a very, very poorly cut Charles Smith, which I'll probably put that in my own personal collection just off the sheer novelty of it. It's just too funny. Then the Tim Hardaway and a couple of other guys. But all in all, I mean, this was a pretty decent haul. I'll probably submit some of these to get graded. Definitely, probably the Michael Jordans and the Sam Vincent and the Mark Jacksons. Just to see how they come back. They look pretty good. They don't look too off center. The corners look good. So like I said, I'll probably send those off in the next month or 2, just to see what the folks at the Nice Folks say. But that is pretty much it. I will be doing a series 2 of this particular year, and I have a few more boxes of this particular year NBA Hoops season 1. So I'll be doing more of those over time. So we can see how those work out as far as those particular hauls go. But all in all, that was a pretty quick break. It wasn't an hour. I think we're a little bit over 30 minutes, which is pretty cool. I can work with that. The packs weren't too hard to open up, and it seemed pretty straightforward, pretty easy and sweet. So I kind of like it that way. Anyway, what did you guys think? Did you like? You can always hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.